How's it going, Mullen fans? I hope you're all doing really well. Obviously, today's not looking great. At present, we're down by about 28% or $4 from Thursday's close. I did mention this earlier, that I was kind of expecting a bit more of a sell-off to continue for Mullen Automotive. There was definitely downward momentum in the close of yesterday's session, and there was a little bit of returning to shorts action, although it was hard to gauge exactly how much that was. The other thing that I think perhaps weighing on Mullen stock is that, like people saw that little sharp rally yesterday, and they might have thought, this could be as good as it gets for a while. And it might have been a good time to, pull out of your position if that's what you wanted to do, or you're intending on getting out of Mullen. I know there's a lot of people obviously very jaded with this stock, and, getting out was something that many were considering, but, more power to you. That you've got to do what's right for you. Yeah, it hasn't been a great Friday, but I guess it's sort of expected as well. Now, there has been a bit of, obviously, positive PR yesterday about, like, the 100th vehicle and, 38 vehicles being delivered to Randy Marion now. But, the important thing that we really need is to hear about more sales. And that's really going to be what's driving the company forward in terms of, positive momentum from, shareholders and stuff. So I think, until we get some more firm details there, that's where we're going to be. We're going to be stuck in this position where there's not much in terms of people wanting to buy the stock. It's going to be more people trying to, trade and possibly short the stock. I know there's a number of people who were originally long who are now, jump size and are playing short on Mullen stock, trying to recapture their losses, which is, fair enough. I always do say, though, that, like, if you lose money on a stock, perhaps one of the silliest things you can do is try to revenge trade that same stock. It's a trap that I've fallen in the past before, where, I've seen a position evaporate, but because I bought in too high, and then I've sold it and tried to, like, either rebuy at a lower price with a higher number of stock using the existing funds, or to actually swing and day trade it to try and make money. It's a very dangerous sort of game to play. I think you got to take a more objective approach if that's what you want to do. So if you are someone who's trying to recapture gains from Mullen Automotive, you might be better off if you ditch your position, whatever is left of it. You might only have like about $20 left in your position, but you're probably better off trying to sink it into something that's got a more meaningful ability to recapture growth. That's my take. Not investing advice, but I don't think revenge trading is the way to go. Anyway, so with the stock, obviously, it's going to be interesting to see where it finishes off today. We're hovering above the $10 mark at present, but there's still about an hour to go in trade, and then the aftermarket. So I wouldn't be surprised if we dip below 10. I don't want to see it happen. I'd like to see just a little bit of a bounce, given that's been basically a downward trajectory today. But it's looking a bit bleak. It's like people don't want to hold this stock going into Christmas. Now I don't know about in the States, but in Australia the markets will be closed Monday, Tuesday. I know in the States it's just Monday, and so therefore it's a shortened trading week by 2 days in Australia, but 4 days I think in America. But generally there's a lot of people who work on in high finance that don't work. So those sort of days are an interesting one, that you kind of actually see a bit of a rally in the stocks. They call it often the Santa Claus rally, because there's no sort of institutional action in those periods, generally speaking, and therefore retail really dictates where the stock goes. So looking ahead to next week, when the markets open back up on Tuesday in America, there is this possibility that we could stand to see a bit of the Santa Claus rally take place, and a bit of a retail scene kind of move the stock a bit higher with a lot of people not doing their trading. It's an interesting one, because it's obviously very low volume stuff that's happening in that window, generally speaking, but it could be something that is a bit of a, gives the stock a bit of reprieve. Obviously, to get the 20 days of consecutive trading above $1, those days are included. And, obviously, so I'm pretty sure we're going to still be above $1 come market close today. But I think the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week are a good opportunity for the stock to potentially float up a little bit. because there'll be like that, just so much lower volume and, you know, professional interest in stocks not occurring in the market. Just some thoughts. Anyway, as we head in towards the end of the trading session, how are you feeling about Mullen? Do you think like you're just not surprised to see this big sell-off after yesterday's sharp rally? Or are you, kind of holding out that you think that the stock could rise a bit higher? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Keep in mind, at $10, we're at 10 cents pre-stock split prices. Anyway, share your thoughts down there. I'll probably pop back with another video again on Saturday just to recap what's happened and give some thoughts on anything else that falls out from the company. But yeah, have a great remainder of Friday, and if I don't see you again, great Christmas weekend. All right, cheers.